What's up, good people? This is Isaiah. And as we look at the tape, we're going to be talking about Earth teams, building Earth teams, right? And for anybody wondering, the reason we're going to be talking about this is because inside of David's last live stream, I had basically asked, hey, I'm thinking about making some videos. What is it that you guys would like to see? You know what I mean? And the people have spoken, right? They said Earth teams, right, and how to go about building them. Same thing for water teams. Someone asked how to use Eva, all right. Mizrika inside of non-water teams. And then also there's a comparison between Mizrika's buffing Suzette and then compare that to Yifa. Another style when buffing Suzette, who does most damage and things like that. So we're going to be covering all of that. But for now, we're starting off with Earth teams. And the reason why I'm starting off with Earth first is because obviously we got Earth units who recently got buffed up, right? We have Galliard here, Helena, and Bertrand, right? All Earth users. Now, for the sake of building the teams, I'll do both. I'll do both free only, and then paid as well. All right, so this is, I may actually just do, when I say paid, I may actually end up doing like a combination of them, or maybe all three, who knows? It could be all free, all paid, and then a mixed bag of both, all right? So, with that said, my first thought when it comes to creating teams is I want to have who's going to be my DPS? Who's going to be the character that does all the damage, right? I would like to know that in advance, because then I can just build around that individual. All right, so in this case, I have two options. If I'm thinking Stellar Awakened characters, it could be either Helena. Okay, let me just do that there. All the Earth units in the game is only 39.
Is this une invitation?
I don't know what she just said, but it could be Helena or Galliard. All right. Now, of course, we can make other units the DPS characters. So if you think someone like let me see. Velvet here could do a crap ton of damage, right? So can Violet, all right? Again, sticking with free. Me actually end up saying that a lot, actually, so that everybody knows. Yeah, I'm sticking with mainly free here. All right, Tuva, definitely not free. Clark here. Almost forgot he even existed. But Clark here could also be used because he has the ability to do earth-based damage. All right, so we have options here. For Stellar Awakening purposes, I'll probably just stick with Galliard here. All right, so there's that. Okay, now working from left to right, the very first thing I like to consider is who's going to be my pain setter, right? Pain or poison setter, doesn't really matter which one. Though personally, I'm more inclined to go with a pain setter, right? Just makes sense. All right, so when thinking of pain setters, the key thing I like to focus on is those who can actually ignore target resistance. Meaning, if someone say like Alphen, for example, let me see if I can get to him real quick. Sword, yeah. Shadow. Alphen has the ability to set pain, all right? But the big problem with this ability is that, which one is it? Here we go. So it can inflict stun, break, and pain, but it's not a guaranteed thing. You know what I mean? So it can actually miss. You see what I'm saying? And that's the last thing that we want happening here. All right? We want this to actually hit the enemy here. So we're going to go back to Earth. And I'm thinking about those who can actually set pain and, you know, again, ignore that whole target resistance. All right? Now, I know Deidre can set pain with her blood cruelty ability, hence why it's first in the list. All right? And that's another key tip for you guys is like, if you're building out your teams, you want to keep, if you're going to use an AF, keep that thing as simple as possible. And for that, I simply mean, you know, skill 1 for everybody is going to be that first skill that you wish to use. Skill 2, skill 3, there's other people that do it maybe a bit differently, where they may start with 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. But whatever works for you, you just want to keep it as simple as humanly possible. And that's one quick way to go about doing it. That way you're not jumping from skill to skill. So let's say I place Deidre in the party here. Okay. And she's here. I'm not going to use skill 1 and then use, say, skill 2 for Galliard. Like, that'd be insane. It can be done, but it becomes a pain to actually manage. So it's just 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. See what I'm saying? All right. So Deidre, Earth unit could set pain, which is cool. Who else could set pain? And actually ignore target resistance. In fact, Galliard might actually be able to do it him damn self, but he's going to be the DPS unit, so he's not going to be doing that. Let's see, we got Rage here. We have, he can inflict pain, Raging Charge, all right, which is cool, but there is no ignore target resistance here. You know what I mean? Not a guaranteed thing. Okay. Yep, not a guaranteed thing. So he won't be using that skill at all. You know what I mean? So you got to go for the guarantees. All right. That way, you know, like, okay, yeah, this is definitely working. Because like I said, if you join with anybody, Galliard here, he can set pain. It'll miss. Serene might be able to do it as well. Let me see. Where is she? Here we go. Let's see here. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, here we go with binding whip. Serene can do it, but as you can see, this will miss. You see what I'm saying? So you want to keep this in mind here. Now, because our DPS is actually Galliard here, the next available role I'm going to go for is someone who would actually benefit Galliard. And in this particular case, when it comes to free characters, Helena. Right? Because the way these two characters work with one another.
Is this an invitation?
I forgot they did that. If Galliard's in the party, Helena gets hold ground. And for Galliard, if Helena's in the party, Galliard gets hold ground. Now, the odds of you actually needing that hold ground, depending on who you're fighting, may be incredibly high, or it could be incredibly low. And I mention that because with Galliard's above all skill, I believe it's based off his speed. So the faster he is, the higher his probability of actually dodging attacks. So may not need that hold ground for both of these characters, but just saying, just putting it out there, you might want to use it. Okay. Now, the other thing about Helena is that her skill set benefits Galliard. Okay. So as we look at this here, we have wing shots, earth type piercing attack. Now she's a staff user, but she has piercing attack. All right. A piercing attack and piercing resistance down 30% for 3 turns, strength based on her intelligence. Galliard is a lance user who would benefit from this piercing resistance down 30%. All right. Earth Edge here, which is just something I have here to decrease the speed of the actual enemy is here. And then, of course, also increase the damage being done by the Earth units in the party. All right. So there's that. Earth Casket. Excuse me. This would be mostly my AF skill. Because as you can see, increased damage when used consecutively. So if you're using it inside of an AF, the damage is just increased. All right, and then Comet Trail here, that's her stellar skill. All right, so nothing to worry about here. All right, so Helena gets that 3rd spot. Now, who gets this middle spot right here? Right, who gets this spot? Okay, and I have a few ideas on who can get this spot. All right. If I wanted another damage dealer, I'd probably go with Velvet. Because I don't think Violet's kit would benefit any of these users. Well, it might actually benefit Deidre, if I'm being honest. And the reason why I say that is because I know Violet has a skill, I believe, that buffs sword users. And with both Violet and Deidre being sword users, they both get the buff, and boom, we're good to go. All right. But they power crept to like mad, you know what I mean? Which I'd rather not deal with that. Okay. Another reason why one could actually consider using Violet is because she has a skill that I'm pretty damn sure buffs the entire party just for 1 turn. Actually, might be Brave Step. Yep, Brave Step. So increase the crit rate for one move. Okay. Up to you whether or not that would be useful or not. I don't know. You know what I mean? If it's really worth that one move. Now, the other character we can actually use, who is free, is, where is she? Let me just do this here. Name, that's better. Serene. Okay. And the reason why is because she actually can offer support to the party in general. So we have IDA School Outlaw. She buffs the party power, int, speed by 30 and type attack by 35%. But if they have any of these other personalities, Outlaw and IDA School, it's doubled. All right, which is great. And then of course we have here another one where her Error of the Conqueror, excuse me, physical resistance down 25%, which of course would actually aid in the damage being done by Galliard in this case. And then we have party critical and magic critical up by one move. And then of course the damage is increased based on the max HP. And then of course strength increase even more if it's IDA School and Outlaw for the personalities. So I'm probably going to go with Serene in this case here. Now I want to check the personalities here. And Galliard has the Outlaw personality, right? Nope, she doesn't. Okay, so yeah. So we really just help Galliard here in this case do as much damage as humanly possible. All right. Now, as far as everything else goes, right, like adding to his overall damage with like grasta holders and things of that nature, since we're all going to be casting pain in the very beginning, we need to make sure that Galliard is fully equipped to do as much damage as humanly possible. Not necessarily going for his tank ability. And by tank, I simply mean that above all skill, which allows him to dodge attacks here. If we're going for damage, then I'm going to go Elpis here. I'm going to keep Rebel's Brace. And I'm going to just go for, you know, the standard Power of Pain, Bullseye, or Power of Agony. Let me see that. Yep, Power of Agony, Bullseye. There's a Power of Pain there with Dominant Ores, which he really won't need. We'll go with this here. And we'll look for one more. What does it have, though? There it is. Okay. Power of Pain, Power of Pain, Power of Pain. We'll go for, it doesn't really matter which one, so I'm just going to go with the one that Annabelle currently has. All right, so, and then for this here, this can be replaced with anything, really, but I like having his speed high so that he's able to, like, dodge abilities and whatnot. All right, now, grasta holders, we might as well use Helena here as a grasta holder. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to go to personalities. Come on now. There we go. And we have Earth. Since we do have an Earth unit, actually, I should give this to someone I have maxed out. Yeah, I think I'll do that because there's more room for it. Or we can just keep it with Helena. Let's see here. Synth. Okay. And we'll go Earth as well. Why not? Let me come back here inside of Galliard here and just check. Gun. Interesting. Mounted. Not worried about that. Synth Human, Lance, Gun, Earth. Okay. Come over here. Check her personality. Outlaw. I don't think, I could be wrong. There probably is a personality for it. All right, let's see here. There's glasses. There's Earth that Helena currently has equipped. Almighty Power. IDA School. I either don't have. I probably don't have. If there is an Outlaw deal, I just simply don't have it, which I guess is fine. All right, that's cool. Moving on, go back to Earth here. See what we're working with. We have Earth Power, which, by the way, in case anybody wants to know what that does. Power of Earth here, which this could be beneficial to someone like Galliard, but again, he's not maxed out, so it's kind of useless. So we'll give this to Serene. All right, we're going to actually bail out of here and come over here. Check this out. Sword. Okay, cool. We just need her to set pain, which, by the way, I believe that ignore target resistance goes away if you remove her weapon. So she's going to stick with the same weapon. All right, so here we go with this. And I can actually just leave this as is. Now, we get more uses to hold grasta for him. Again, sticking with the free. Let me see here. Free. Ooh, boy, learn this spell. Free. Earth. There we go. We're going to go with basically more lance users who are free. All right, where it doesn't even matter the what they can do here. All right, so sticking with that. Let's see, free. What's her name? I guess Sheila could work, and I guess we could just stick with Sheila, to be honest with you. I keep doing that thing. I'm going to grastas, but it's right here. All right, go for lance here, and we can just outfit her with all these. There's that. And then, there's that. All right, so there we have that. Now, of course, like I said, he's still not, I don't think he's actually still equipped to do as much damage as possible. But now we got to look at these actual skills here. So we have Blood Cruelty, which is set pain. And then we have Dark Rays, which, again, decreases the resistance, Earth type resistance. And then Chaos Saber, that's going to be the AF move here. Moving on to Serene, Solidarity, which buffs the party. And, of course, buffs Galliard. We have Shock Whip, which is just, this could be removed. Anything could be used here. It doesn't have to be this particular skill. Let's see. I guess we can use Motivating Lash if we want to. Doesn't really matter. Arrow of the Conqueror stays here. And then, of course, Crashing Whip. That can stay as well. Doesn't really matter. All right. Also notice that I'm not even looking at the actual gear that these characters have equipped, except for Dietrich. She needs to have her weapon equipped. Okay. Okay, Helena, as we showed earlier, Wing Shot benefits Galliard. Earth Edge benefits Galliard. Earth Gasket does damage as you continue to use it. Then Comet Trail being the AF skill or Stellar Burst skill. All right, then we have Galliard here. Above all, allowing him to dodge, making him enemy number 1. Okay, for the folks to hit. All right, we have, where is it? Azure's Judge, which is actually the AF skill. You're probably thinking, wow, on earth do I have this second? All right, it's because of what it does. Guaranteed critical and earth type attack on all party members is basically given to him by 30% for 3 turns, which is nice. Buff effect increased. All right, so it's a buffing skill. Sure, it hits the enemy, but it's also a buffing skill, so I'll keep that in mind. All right, Rebellion Charge here. Okay. And this here we use, earth type piercing attack on all enemies and increase strength based on number of stacked rebels will. Okay. And then we have the Raging Charge here as the final ability. Okay. And this should do it for building an earth team, a free earth team. Now, as far as how this earth team would do in actual combat, okay, I don't even have that done. We'll go against, everybody's favorite punching bag, right? And I'm not going to worry about using an AF right now, but I'm just showcasing this here.
Hey, kiddo. Be good.
All right, so we now have a buffed enemy here. I probably should get rid of Tetra. Do I have anybody else here? Yep, that'll do. And then I would use skill number 2 for everybody if I was doing an AF right now.
Be good.
So, damage from Galliard on his own. So, this is pretty much how this is working here. And then if I were to AF right now, which would kind of make 0 sense, but I'll do it anyway.
Hey, kiddo. Take that. You're done. You're done. Be good.
So Galliard's damage is pretty much up. till it's his. All right, 3, 2, 1. We'll go ahead and use the Stellar Burst here for both of them.
For a future in le paradis. Pas de pitié.
Still wish I knew what on earth she was saying. But yeah, this is pretty much how I would build a free Earth team, right? So, in case anybody's wondering, as you can see, it won't take long to get back into another AF here. All right, so that's pretty much it for this one. Again, free Earth team here. Like I said, I most likely am going to do all of them. What I mean by that is I'll probably do a paid one, right, where I talk about only paid characters. And then probably video number 3 in this series of building Earth teams. It's probably going to be a mixed bag of all of them. All right. But like I said, this is just one idea that I came up literally on the fly as you guys watch this video here on this. OK, with the focus being using Galliard to do all the damage. All right. So hopefully this helps. If you guys got any questions for me, I'm assuming everybody would have access to these characters, but if you need replacements, then let me know. I'll see if I can find anybody who can probably replace them. It'd be pretty damn hard since they're just free characters. But yeah, hope this helps, and I'm gonna get out of here, and I will talk to you all later.